My name is Ping Ping. You can call me Ping Ping because this is just a nickname, but my full name is quite long. I'm co-founder and CEO of World Peace Initiative Foundation. If for those who never know, you can just go to the website of WPIFoundation.org. Okay, yeah. WPI or World Peace Initiative Foundation is the organization that runs the projects that some of you already know, Peace Revolution. But it's interesting for us that I launched the Peace Revolution, which is a free online platform, before I established WPI. Yeah, that's a kind of like a little bit contrast to some other organization, right? They need to have the organization and then they launch the projects or the products. For me, at that time, I just would like to provide something free. And because I believe that meditation, mindfulness, and habit development is the tool for humankind to be able to live a better life. And since I learned this knowledge quite kind of like free of charge, so I would like to give back to society free of charge. So at that moment, I just outreach to many people and trying to make it free so that everyone can access to this knowledge and can do the online meditation together. Surprisingly, when we first officially launched in 2010, we have around 100 countries already registered. So from 2010 until today, which is 2020, from around 100 countries, we have 235 countries. And we have over 100,000 members, online members. And we have, activities throughout the world right now. Surprisingly, that meditation, mindfulness become a kind of like a trendy kind of issues and topics of interest as well. Me, myself, I start my own meditation and self-development since I was around grade 6. Yeah, around 12 or 13 years old. Yeah, and I just keep practicing it until today. That before that, yes, I volunteered in several social and peace projects. And actually, I never imagined that I will establish an organization myself and run this full-time as a profession. It's gradually progressing and developing. I never knew about that. It just become a part of my life, and I just do as a natural kind of drive. So it just happened like this. So for those people who are interested in the free online self-development programs, check it out, okay? Our website have several things. Right now, this year we're gonna launch the paid coaching as well. We have also the short version of the online self-development. The free version, we put it 42 days, which is 6 weeks. Of course, it's free, but many people may feel it's like too long. So if you would like to try just for 7 days, we also have the stress management online self-development programs as well. So we have several languages as well, English, Spanish, French, and this year, I think we launched already for Russian version. So check it out and you will get lots of benefits from that. Okay, so I think it's time for me to just start. Okay, hello everyone. So let's start. Stress and burnout. Actually, stress have two main factors, okay? Not factors, sorry. Two main cause, okay? The first one, the cause that make it become more having stress or become more stressful is uncontrollable circumstance. Uncontrollable circumstance. What are those kind of things? Of course, coronavirus, I mentioned, right? It's a pandemic and it's hard to control by ourselves, our own individual self. It's hard for us to control. Yeah. And what else? It's maybe like about the health issues, about epidemics, something like that. It's uncontrollable. What else? Economics, right? Right now, because of the coronavirus, we have economic downturn, economic crisis in different parts of the world, including Thailand, or political crisis or political circumstance that may affect or create stress, which is uncontrollable sometimes, and most of the times actually, or environments, environmental issues. All these kind of issues It's hard for us to control with our capacity because we don't have authority or power to control those outer or external circumstances. And it's affect us a lot. For example, if you're in the country where you have to be quarantined, yourself and the house, what will you feel? You cannot go out. And it may affect your work. Or some people who would lose a job because of the economic. Some other thing, that means that sometimes it's uncontrollable. But also, of course, they have the stress that you can control, right? So this is controllable factor for the cause of stress. Today, we will emphasize more on this part because it's under our control. Even though it's under our control, some of us cannot control it because they don't know how to control it. That's why we are here, to learn the tools to help us to reduce stress and to prevent burnout, which means we can control the stress. And these techniques or this tool will also help you being able to have less stress during uncontrollable circumstances as well. Is it good? Okay, of course. It's perfect tools, but it needs a lots of elements to succeed on that. Okay, if I make it this way, for example, this is the 4 aspects of our life. This is me. Okay. The 4 aspects of life. It starts with body, right? We have, as a human being, we have body and mind. Okay. But because we are a social animal, we are a human being, we need to connect with people. So we have this one, people. And of course, as a human being, we do something. And mostly we have to work. Okay, but this one can be activities or whatever, it can be studies or whatever. Well, yeah. So this is the 4 aspects of life from body, people, work, and mind. If I make the body as a kind of physical aspects of physical well-being or health issues, okay? And the mind is the mental well-being. People should be social well-being, right? Why the work should be financial, of course, because the work helps us making a living, so we have money to maintain our life. So these 4 aspects, body, mind, people, and work, become physical, social, financial, and mental. Okay, why I put body first? Who knows? Anyone would like to guess? You can guess in the comment as well. Why put body as the first? Because body become the first phase of our life. Why? Since we were born, we have our body, right? And this is since we are baby. Okay, so, but when we grow a little bit more, we become teenagers. Okay, we start to think about love and relationship. That's why we interact with people, we communicate with people, we're living with people, right? You go to the kindergarten, you go to school, and then you become starting to have interaction with people. And once you become finish your school, you graduate, do you work? So when you work, you start to think about wealth, money, right? You start to think about wealth and success. Especially when you have families, you need to think a lot about money. You think a lot about your future self, your future life. What do you have, the social security or whatever, So people start to think about wealth and success. But the mind is the factors to give you what? Can you guess? Happiness. Yes. But does it mean this is the 3rd phase and this is the 4th phase or not? Yes or no? Yep. No. I didn't mean that the mind come at the end means that it's come at last. No. But because many of us ignore this factor and put it at the end, which actually the mind should go to every period of our life. From the first period as we are born, we need to be happy. We want to be happy in all phases of life. But we just ignore about that, especially during this time. We just work, and think that, okay, we will be happy after we retired because we're going to have money to go to vacation, to go everywhere. But are you sure you will have, you can live until that time that you were retired? Or you may got sick, or whatever can happen. We never know. We can expect. We don't know, or we can expect, many things that it can happen at any times, So for people who learned about the mind can live happily in all period of life. Okay, so you get this idea first, and then I will talk a little bit more about stress now. Because we all agree right now that the mind is a source of happiness and stress comes from the mind, right? So what exactly can we do to stress? So to know how to do you know what is the definition of stress? Okay. Stress is okay, we have a little bit of the technical issues. Okay, let's wait a little bit. Okay, welcome back. Okay, I think everything good now. So, what is stress? If you go to check in Google, it will say like stress is a state of worrying mind. The mind thinks in a loop, like in a loop, without conclusion or any problem solved. The word's called the mind thinks in a loops. So it means like if something can intervene in the loop, it means you may not have stress, right? Because stress is when you think in the loop. So what is this one? What is this tool to intervene the process of thinking in a loop without any conclusion? There are many tools. But today, of course, we will talking about meditation and mindfulness. Why? Okay, I will explain a little bit more later. But I also would like to show you these diagrams. I think some of you who already in some of the class already heard about that. This is a performance and this is level of stress. Okay, so this is a graph, if you ever see that. Okay, so if you are in this area, it's called you're calm, no problem. But if you're in this area, it's called you having eustress, which is a good stress, because in this period or in this phase, it will help you become more productive, more creative. It will give you more present in life. But when you go from this point down here, this phase is called de-stress, or the period here called burnout. That's why today we're going to talk about burnout as well. Okay, so remember this graph, eustress and distress. Okay, if you have eustress, it's good. If you have distress, of course, not good. So we will go to this one to prevent burnout. Okay, reduce stress and burnout. So what is the definition of burnout? If you Google, yeah, or you can share with me in the comment as well, what is the definition of burnout? What is burnout? Burnout is a state of physical, mental, and emotional exhaustion caused by excessive and prolonged stress. This is the definition I would like to not to miss. And it said like it's occur when you feel overwhelmed or emotionally drained or cannot meet the constant demand. So it's a state when you feel exhausted. Okay, so nobody would like to be in that state, right? Yeah, I would like the admin to send you guys the documents here that you will get. You get the beta version. Okay. ทำไมพี่ไม่เห็นหน้าจอ Okay, so I hope that everyone will get this file, which is the diagrams that we made, that we're gonna talk. Okay, thank you. We're gonna talk about the cause of the stress. I mentioned that we're gonna only talking about controllable factors, okay? But still controllable factors of cause of stress here divide into two main categories. Whoa. หกมากเลยจ้ะ ก็ช็อตเลย Okay. They have two factors, okay? Which is internal factor and external factors. Okay. You can see already, right? That for the internal, we have three more options for you. Let's see that you're having stress due to these three factors. First, this is for internal, okay? So first is low mental strength or willpower. Okay, interesting. Have you ever know about willpower or the word mental strength? Okay, you can share your ideas on that as well. Yeah, no need for me just to tell you guys, but we can share. Okay, any ideas on that? I can read the comment. Thank you. Emerald. Yeah. Thank you for sharing it. Yeah, you can also share more. What do you mean by mental strength or willpower? What is the meaning of that? Before I go further. Because if you don't deal or manage well the stress, eventually stress will affect yourself, affect your body, especially during this crisis of coronavirus. You need to keep your immune system strong. But stress can destroy that, can deteriorating immune system. So you become weak and you can be infected easier. So stress can lead you to physical problems, okay? So that's why we have to always, manage well the stress, not to let it go beyond the line of your stress, remember? Okay? Yeah, anyone share the ideas of that yet? Yeah, feel free to share it, okay? Okay, let me give examples of willpower and mental strength. To have physical strength, what will you do? If you would like to be fit and firm, you do exercise, you go to gym. You may do yoga because you would like to be fit and firm, you would like to have six pack, right? But how to exercise your mind? What is the way to exercise your mind, to be fit and firm, to be healthy, to be happy? Do you know how to? If the body needs to have strength, it have to exercise, right? But it means like it's exercise by moving, relaxing the muscle. The muscle cannot be still. It needs to be moved. It needs to go back and forth to strengthen it. But the interesting point is our mind go differently. To exercise the mind, to be fit and firm, to be healthy and happy, the mind needs to be stopped and still. Stop and still mean the state of no thoughts, or not moving. It's totally different from body. The body needs to move to have muscle, but for the mind to be strong, to have willpower, to have the strength, to have positive thinking, you need to stop thinking. Interesting, huh? Can we stop thinking? Have you ever stopped thinking? Have you experienced the state of no thoughts? And if so, what's your feeling? I'm also the one who hardly believe because I'm very workaholic, energetic. So it's hard for me as well to stop my thought. But when I know how to do it, I really enjoy it because I know how it affects my whole experience, my whole performance, and my whole life. Okay? Yeah. But that's what I would like to say, that this is how the mental strength can be curated. But yeah, some of you, if I also compare with the sleeping, okay, for example, people can say like, can I just sleep? Because when I sleep, I don't think. So that's a state of no thoughts. Are you sure that you don't think when you sleep? Have you ever dreamed? Or have you ever felt exhausted after long sleep? If so, it means that your mind is not stopped from thinking. It's running even when your body is sleeping. So it means that when your body is sleeping or resting, your mind is not resting. Comparing to the marathon, if you are jogging on marathon and you never stopped, is it possible? No, right? The body needs to stop to balance it. Because if the organs always moving and never stop, never rest, it will be heat up. And instead of becoming stronger, you become weaker, sick, or even die if you use too much of the organs. Similar to the mind. The mind that think without stopping at all. It can feel exhausted as well. And because our mind, it's also like when you eat and never poop, you just accumulate toxic into your body. Eventually, you will become sick. The same to the mind. We accumulate trash. Trash can be negative emotion. It can be useless information that affect our mind. We accumulate it throughout the day. For how many days now? For example, if you're 40 years, you multiply by 365 days and multiplies by 24 hours and multiply by blah, blah, blah. It means that how many hours of living without stopping? Comparing to one day, in a day, how many hours did you sleep? 6 to 8 hours. Do you let your mind sleep at least for a few minutes? The answer may be no. If so, do you think your mind right now is weak or strong? And the mind that accumulate negativities, for a certain period of time, develop what we call stress, anxiety, depression, and so on. And those sickness, at the end, make you become having migraine, even cancer, heart attack. See how this mind affect the body if you don't take care well of the mind? Okay, that's how you can see that how the mind can cultivate willpower, right? So the mind need to stop and still, okay, to have willpower. Okay, so, and also, so the second, right? The second, that's called the willpower. I think already, okay, good. Second is about negativity, negative inner voice or negative mindset. Okay, have you ever heard about inner voice? What is inner voice? You can also Google and you will find that they said like inner voice is the thoughts or feelings that you do not express but seem to advise, seem to criticize or warn you. Have you ever had that before? I think everyone have inner voice, right? But the ability to manage the inner voice is different from person to person. Yeah? Ability to listen to the inner voice is different. Okay? Ability to communicate or the ability to communicate with yourself is different from person to person. Okay? I would say in the past, it's harder for me to communicate with myself. But nowadays, I kind of like being able to communicate a lot with myself effectively. I hear a lot of myself. I hear a lot, not only my demanding or my emotion, but also my physical well-being. I can feel that, oh, okay, this is a sign that my body trying to warn me that, you guys, you have to rest now because you don't feel well. But if you don't have that kind of ability, sometimes the body already telling you, but you cannot hear that. That's why some people being diagnosed as cancer stage 4 actually is not that sudden sickness. It's accumulated, but you don't have the ability to communicate with yourself, to listen to yourself, to your inner voice. That's why it's happened like that. Like, oh wow, I found that I just got cancer stage 4. Actually, it may not be that sudden, but the ability to hear is not in the level that you can realize about that, I would say. So nowadays, I have to meditate a lot and a lot more. I would say I hear a lot more of that. But still, the debate still, before good and bad, negative and positive, still in a fight. Yeah, it's not, it doesn't mean like you don't have negativity at all, but it's in a fight. But many times the positivity wins, okay, which will benefits me. That's called the inner voice, okay? So the stress comes from you have negative inner voice. It means like you always talking badly and negatively to yourself all the time. So instead of having toxic people in your house or close to you, it's inside you. So it means that you live with that person who is you yourself 24 hours. What it will happen? Of course, you will stress because you always think negatively and negativity and in the loops as well. So that's create stress for sure. And also in this term, we also call mindset as well. So for example, when we have the situation, bad situation, everyone have bad situation in their life, right? But the negative, the one who have negative inner voice or mindset always, keep thinking about negativity without even have any space of thinking about positivity at all. If so, you cannot let go of those negativities. And where's the space for positivity to get in? Hard, right? Yeah, that's how stress occur. Okay? Yeah. Any questions? If you have any questions, you can put in a comment as well. I will switch to read all the comment as well. Yeah, those two I already mentioned are the things that will help to make your mind become grounded, right? Become contaminated. And when our mind is grounded or contaminated, it can't spread out. Okay, it's like a epidemic. So if in the family, a dad is angry, is stressed, the stress, atmosphere spread out to son, daughters, his wife, and vice versa. So this kind of state of the mind or stress, or crowded mind, contaminated mind, can be shared, can be infected, can be affected. Okay? Yep. Anyone would like to ask anything? Yep. Cool. Okay. So if not, I will continue. Okay. Third, we're almost there. Third is unsystematic or unorganized mind. What do we mean about unsystematic and unorganized mind? Anyone would like to share? It's like people who are stressed. It doesn't mean like they stick with one thoughts, okay? They may have several thoughts, coming in, storming in, and they cannot let go even one thoughts. So they accumulate everything here, and they cannot manage anything. But for those who practice meditation and mindfulness, it helps even though they have some, the storm of thoughts, they can manage well. Okay, this one first, we're clearing out. Okay, let go of this one at a second. Let's keep this one later because it's not our priority. Something like that. It's called being organized, being more systematic. The ability to let go will make your mind become systematic and organized. But how can we cultivate let go? Let it go, let it go. It's easy to sing, huh? But in real situation, it's not easy to let go, right? Let go of your bad emotion. Let go of the feelings of missing someone who may pass away, or the one that we departed, the one that we just, separate from each other's. That kind of let go. It's not that easy to say. It's easy to say, but not as easy to do. Okay. But anyway, this ability can be developed through the practice of meditation. Interesting, huh? But you need to prove it yourself as well. And the one who being able to systematize or organize their mind or their thoughts, eventually they will have more balanced mind. Because it affects the way that they manage their time as well. And the one who can manage time well, it means that they have time for themselves, time for meditation, time for physical well-being, time for reflection, and time for something useful. Right? Okay. Yep. Any questions for that? If not, just use the file that you have, okay? And choose, you can choose right now. We're going to do the self-reflection. You can choose more than one factor of the mind. It can be like the cause of stress for you. It can be from low mental strength or willpower. It can be because of your negative inner voice or mindset. It can be because of unorganized or unsystematic mind. Okay, choose. Okay, you can tick in your paper if you have, or you can choose and make comment in the comment box. Okay, I would like to see, how do you choose? Okay, so let's choose. I will wait a little bit for those who are on our live now to choose the factors, the internal factors that cause the stress for you in your case. You can think a little bit more. It can be 1, 2, or 3. No problems. Okay. I think I saw that one question is, I really find it difficult to achieve my goal while meditating. How can you help me in this? What do you mean by achieving goal in meditating? Because meditation is the practice of not demanding anything or not wanting anything, because it's your art of let go. So you cannot just put the goal of doing meditation in that way. It means like while meditating, you cannot have expectation, you cannot achieve anything. You just think as if like you just rest, you just have vacation. It's a vacation of the mind. So I'm not so sure what exactly you would like to ask, and my answer really satisfy you. If not, you can a little bit like question more, because I don't really get about that. Okay, so I think you already choose. Okay, so expect to see the comment that you choose. For example, if in my comment I would say like I choose 3 factors. Okay, something like that. Okay, so after you choose, I would like to say that if you see this diagram, you will see that the solution is my empowerment. And my empowerment, we have, of course, meditation and mindfulness. For meditation, we will post the link of the guided meditation. I think this version, I put the 20 minutes of loving kindness meditation for you to practice meditation, okay? So go back, okay, to practicing it tonight. You can follow that, or you can use other technique as well, no problems. But if you would like to follow me, you can just, watch that YouTube's video. And for the mindfulness, actually, we have, but I would like to also recommend you to practice at least 20 minutes, okay? And if you would like to continue with that, you can go to our online self-development programs. There, we have step-by-step. We have 11 video or episodes for you to follow our meditation instructions, so you will know how to meditate easily. Okay, and also for the mindfulness, we will have these games we call BAC. Okay, BAC means be at the center of the mind. Okay, you will learn more about the center of the mind in my guided meditation. Okay, I will not make it here because we don't have time. Be at the center is our mindfulness game that we developed to be practical tools by our organizations. I will explain a little bit more here only for those who already follow my guided meditation. Okay, so for those who already finished guided meditation and share your meditation experience with me, we'll get this file, BAC file, okay, with instructions of how to do it. Okay, so this is a special gift for you. Actually, I also use this in many different trainings and also developed this for corporate training as well. But you will get this for free. Exercise, the mindfulness one. Okay, so so we will go next. Oh, actually, I plan to launch another challenge, which is called, I think I will call it online meditation challenge. 7 days. This is the how to progress in meditation in 7 days. So in these 7 days, if you take this course, you will learn like the step-by-steps, with homework to make it like kind of fast-tracked in learning of meditation. But for those who, who would like to also do both meditation and habit development, I highly recommend you to start self-development programs. Either a 7 days one in that or 42 days. If you don't want to pay, you just do the 42 days free. That's the longest free online programs, I think, that no one offer. Only our organization that offer that for free. Very like a thorough step-by-step instructions. And we also provide peace coach, which is a human coach for you free of charge. Okay. So if you have patience and discipline, go for it. But if you will like kind of like fast track and you like the guide, like especially like together with me, you can also apply for this online course. It's up to you. Okay, so we go to the another one. I think we still have time, so I will go to the external factors. But for this one, I cannot go into detail on each aspect today because we don't plan to do it here today. But I would like to explain about that. For the external factors, okay, you can choose just one. You choose whether the cause of stress, okay, the cause of stress for the external factor. For the external factor, for you in your case, it is come from the physical aspect. Physical aspect means come from your body or your health or you yourself. It's because you lack some of the qualities, you lack some of the values. Okay, so this is the physical aspects. Second is the social aspects. It means that your stress come from people around you. Okay, people around you. Maybe your husband, your wife, your friend, your colleagues, your boss, your subordinates, or your family members, or whoever. But it's come from people, not you. This is from you. This is from other people. And the financial aspects. Here means it's come from work or study. It's not come from people. It's not because of you. It's not because of your mind. It's because of your work. Okay? This one can also because of your relationship, but also it's about work. It's about maybe you're ambitious to become success that also stress you even more, something like that. Okay, so choose one of the factor. Okay, reflection. If you don't choose, you just watch my Facebook live and you don't interact or you don't choose, you don't do anything, you will not get much, because what I ask you to do is the process of self-reflection. Without analyzing yourself, without reflecting on yourself deep down, without knowing the cause, how can you know the outcome? How can you plan for the way to solve the cause? Right? We need to know the cause first, and then you find the solution to solve the problems. Okay, so I encourage all of you who watch my live to really doing it. Okay, especially when we are kind of like not many people here. So let's choose. Okay. Okay, I would like to give you time to choose and then put in the comments box, okay, for that. I'll wait a little bit more and I will also read some of the comments if you have that. Okay, so while you're doing some reflections right now, Dennis also have questions of how can you overcome unorganized mind. As I mentioned, that unorganized mind comes from the lack of ability to let go and be in the present moment. And meditation can help you have that ability of let go. So do meditation, do mind empowerment, and then your mind will gradually develop by itself to have the ability to let go, to know how to prioritize things in life. Sometimes you're engaged more in the things that is not really importance or really priority to yourself. And you just accumulate everything and cannot manage well with that. So you say like you don't have time, you don't have this and that, and you become stressed. But if you have organized and systematic minds, yeah, of course, you can do. So I hope you understand that this is the solution, This is a solution here. The solution of unorganized mind is the mind empowerment. You can see from the diagrams. And the same as here. That's why I would like to say that if you look at the diagram that we give it to you, you will see that solution is habit development. Habit development involves lifestyle, involve the change in lifestyle for a better version of yourself. And we have several categories, we have several knowledge and curriculums, okay? If you choose physical aspect, you'll be introduced to know more about this one. We have this one, for example, okay, we call Dr. P. You see in the diagram, we have Dr. P games, right? This is an exercise. What is Dr. P? DRPH, stands for discipline, respect, patience, humility, and empathy. Okay, I will explain more, but not in this slide, okay? But if you choose this physical aspects, you will play this exercise as well, play this game, discipline games. Because this will design you around the activities within your life in a day, which is about wake up, exercise, eating habits, or bedtimes. I'll explain more in details, but we have this recipe for you to cope with that, okay? And if you choose social, which is people, we have the exercise to help you analyze the relationship that you have and the way to create positive relationship or better relationship. Okay, we have different things to do. We have things to analyze here as well. And if you choose financial aspect, which is work and your success, your wealth, we have these essential tips to be professional. So in the diagram, you see that we call it GAS, which is goal achieving steps. Okay, yeah. So this goal achieving steps, this goal achieving step will help you to become more professional, to have better productivities, to have higher performance, to have like more creativities. Okay, we're talking about passion, perseverance, focus, reflections. I will explain more in details for that. Maybe Ami, can you show each of the aspects in the screen as well? Yeah, for physical, social, financial. Okay, so people can see a little bit more clear for that. Okay, so in the next life, I will decide whether I'm gonna do the digital detox or we're gonna continue with different aspects. I will see how many people choose which aspects and then decide to teach on each aspect separately, because I think each aspect has its own qualities to learn. So I cannot just go to all the aspects, at once. It's too much to learn. So each aspect will be better. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so for the Better Me models here, if you watched out my video on the Better Me's models, I will explain that a little bit longer than this, but I just would like to let you know that this is the models that will help you reaching from self-image here, which is right now your present me, to the self-ideals here, which is your future me. To be able to go from present to future, you need two main aspects, as I mentioned, meditation and habit development. Okay, I don't have time to touch in that, so you just go back to look at my video there. Okay. Okay, so I think right now you already have the link to the guided meditation. You already have a link to my YouTube videos that talking about more about the mind, the Better Me models. And we will promote more about the online meditation challenge soon. So I would like to encourage you to start meditation today if you still never know about it. And okay, let's have this file as well. Okay, our admin will send you this file too. So tonight, okay, after this live, I expect you guys to read out this and maybe tick, the most important one in the part of physical, in the part of mental, and the part of emotional. Okay, it's your own commitment. If you tick, it will help you become more committed to start meditation, because meditation is a process. It's a long-term process. It's like you're trying to watering the plant. You just have to sit today, you put into the ground. It cannot just grow as a click. No, it's gradually growing. So it means that you need to have commitment and willpower to do so. So let's have this kind of commitment to yourself. I list out all the physical benefits and mental and emotional benefits, but you just choose one in each aspects, okay? That you yourself will feel committed to it. Once you know the benefits of it, you may be more committed to it. Because for me, when I start to do meditation on a regular basis, I have my own commitment that at that time it will help me study better, because I kind of like failed in mathematics. And after that, I got like top score in mathematics as well as in English when I study in schools. So I think to do things effectively, successfully, and gracefully, we need to have commitment. Not only the goal, but we need to have commitment. So, but the goal, of course, is to be more happy in life, right? So what's the commitment for you? Choose it to know more about the benefits of it in different aspects. So it will encourage more to start. So I hope to hear more from you for the meditation experience, and I will spend my time to read if you send me the experience, and I will help you growing along the path of this. Okay, if you have any questions for your meditation practice, feel free to contact me, to ask me in this group, and we will grow together. Okay, so I think that's all for today. Thank you very much for joining the Better Me groups today. And right now they also use the Y, which is greeting like Thai Y, as a greeting to avoid touching, to prevent us from coronavirus infection as well. So I would like to greeting as Y or สวัสดีค่ะ as a goodbye. Thank you very much.